History of Seattle's Central Library. When you think of the Seattle Central Public Library, you probably envision the iconic 11-story glass and steel library on 4th Avenue. However, SPL underwent a great deal of evolution before becoming the location known and beloved by many today. Seattle's first public library was located in Pioneer Square on the 5th floor of the Occidental Hotel, which is pictured here, and opened in 1891 with help from the Ladies' Library Association. Just a fun fact, the first book checked out at this location was Mark Twain's Innocents Abroad. The library was officially established as a city department to receive 10% of the city's funds from driver's licenses and other fines. This location saw many financial hardships and even had to move twice to different locations in the downtown area. Despite financial hardships, SPL made history as the first open stacks for browsing on the West Coast. In 1899, things seemed to be looking up for SPL. It moved into the Yesler Mansion, and as a result, circulation increased by 26%. But disaster soon followed in 1901 when the mansion caught fire and most of the library collection was destroyed. The image on the left is the Yesler Mansion before the fire, and on the right is the aftermath. Hearing the news of the fire, Andrew Carnegie agreed to donate a generous $200,000 to construct a new library. The city of Seattle also offered a yearly maintenance budget of $50,000. Combined, this was more than enough to buy a plot on 4th Avenue in 1906. At its new location, SPL saw massive improvement in circulation and patron visits. SPL's central branch is still at this location today. Although we must travel a century into the future to see the Seattle Central Library we know today, this is how the 2004 Central Library came to be at its current location. So, how do we go from 55,000 square feet to 362,987 square feet? With a lot of help from the Libraries for All bond, which received a 69% approval rate from voters in 1998. The bond provided $196.4 million to the 22-branch library system, enough to build an entirely new central library and renovate many other branches. It was time for a makeover. An impressive 29 companies from all over the world applied to design the new central library. The library board selected the Office for Metropolitan Architecture, led by Rem Koolhaas, based in Rotterdam, Netherlands, to spearhead the project. A year later, Koolhaas won the Pritzker Prize, which is like an architect's Pulitzer Prize, for his work. Once you see the library on the next few slides, you will understand why. SPL has 11 floors total, with amenities such as a 275-seat auditorium on the first floor, which is available to use for meetings for a fee, public areas for reading, studying, and browsing the web on the 3rd floor, as well as another reading room on floor 10 that provides a scenic view of Elliott Bay, a Starbucks teen center for young adults, a center for children and caregivers, completely automated book returns, self-checkout kiosks, a gift shop, cafe, and designated eating areas. A visitor center, 4 meeting rooms, 2 computer labs, and over 400 public access computers, reference and readers advisory desks, and a 4-level continuous book spiral which houses the entire nonfiction collection. And here are some images, because I couldn't talk about all of those amazing amenities without showing them to you. So on the left is a shot of some of the stacks, And on the right is a view of some public access computers. I really love the glass design because it allows plenty of natural light. On the left here, we have another public reading, studying, computer area, and on the right is a good shot of some more stacks. On the left here is the Starbucks Teen Center, and on the right is the children's section. And finally, here is the 275-seat Microsoft Auditorium. The library has a capacity for 1.5 million items in their collection, and this collection includes new fiction, nonfiction, large print, and DVDs, as well as a world languages collection, current periodicals, a reference section, a local history collection, and alternative formats like Braille and talking books. The Central Library welcomes patrons with disabilities, offering accessible restrooms, computer stations, meeting rooms, parking spots, automatic entrances, and elevators with voice command capability. As per ADA guidelines, service animals are permitted in all public areas of the library. In 2004, as well as 2020, the Seattle Central Library contributes to the field of librarianship by shattering the misconception that libraries are quiet, boring, and dusty places with obsolete technology where people only go to conduct research. SPL provides beautiful modern spaces for research, play, relaxation, and even dining. No longer are libraries bound to antiquated stereotypes of shushing librarians, card catalogs, and late fees. Community needs have evolved since SPL first opened its doors in 1891, so it's only fair that libraries evolve with them. And SPL has proven that if we make our spaces and services appealing to the public will show up. In 2004, as well as today, the Seattle Public Library demonstrates that libraries are still important community living rooms.